This industry not only plays an important role in providing food for millions of people, but also contributes to economic development and technological innovation. In today's video, we will learn about the modern pig farming process on American fishermen's farms. From raising, caring for, processing, and packaging pork using advanced robotic technology. Not only that, we will also explore the impact of this industry on the economy, how pork products are processed and consumed, and the changing consumer trends. Let's get started. It is a growing industry in the United States to raise pigs, particularly on large-scale farms, with the intention of producing enormous quantities of pork for both domestic consumption and export. At the beginning of the process of pig farming, the selection of breeds and the maintenance of the pig herd's health are most important. Pig breeds are raised on modern farms, which make use of cutting-edge technology to maximize both the quantity of meat produced and the quality of the meat. The care method will be meticulously carried out to guarantee that the piglets are healthy and grow quickly. Piglets are born from sows that are in good wellness. This includes the provision of feed of high quality, the maintenance of environmental sanitation, and the prevention of disease. Modern farms in the United States use farming methods that are both safe and effective. Pigs will be given feeds that are designed by nutritionists to assist them in growing rapidly and in a healthy manner, while also providing them with sufficient nutrients to produce high-quality meat. In addition, farms make use of automation technology in order to monitor the health and growth of pigs. This technology includes sensor systems that monitor temperature, humidity, and other environmental conditions. In this way, fishermen are able to more effectively manage their pigs, reduce the number of infections that they encounter, and improve the efficiency of their production processes. The use of contemporary technologies in the killing and processing of pork. Pigs are transported to pork processing plants for slaughter and processing once they have reached the standard weight before being transported. The technology used in modern slaughterhouses in the United States is extremely advanced, which enables this operation to be carried out in a quick and effective manner while also ensuring the safety and hygiene of food. For the purpose of ensuring that pork is free of contamination and satisfies the stringent requirements of both the domestic and foreign markets, the slaughtering processes are carried out in accordance with applicable international standards. An automated chain system is utilized in the processing factory, and each stage, beginning with the slaughtering of animals and ending with the packaging of the meat, is subject to stringent control. There are a variety of jobs that can be performed by robots and automated devices, including deboning, cutting meat into small pieces, and packing products in a timely and accurate manner. Not only does the implementation of contemporary technology improve the effectiveness of production, but it also guarantees the quality of bacon and pig products. In addition, processing plants pay a lot of attention to the preservation of meat once it has been processed, in order to preserve its freshness and prevent the formation of bacteria. Pork is kept in cold storage, which is characterized by temperature and humidity levels that are closely regulated. In addition, processed items like sausages, ham, and bacon are created and packed in a closed process, beginning with the production of raw materials and continuing all the way through to the finished product. Developing the pork market and the demand from customers is the third section. As a result of consistent and varied consumption demand, the pork market in the United States has experienced significant growth. In American cuisine, pork is considered to be one of the most significant sources of protein. Dinners for the whole family to delicacies from restaurants. The United States of America consumes millions of tons of pork each and every year, as indicated by the data. Additionally, this requirement has a tendency to expand as a result of the growing variety of eating patterns. Pork from the United States is exported to a vast number of nations, particularly to significant markets such as Japan, Mexico, and China, in addition to meeting the demand for pork from local consumers. One of the most important factors that has led to the success of the pork processing business in the United States is the expansion of the foreign market. In addition, consumers are more inclined to select pig products that have a clear origin, are organic, and do not contain any hormones or antibiotics within their production process. Pork is progressively being processed into a wide variety of forms as a result of the increased availability of processed products and technological advancements. Not only does this satisfy the desire of consumers, but it also has the effect of expanding the market for exports. This includes ready-to-eat foods as well as items such as sausages, ham, and bacon, creating development opportunities for the food processing industry. In the pig processing sector, the preservation of goods after they have been processed is recognized as one of the most critical issues. When fresh pig has been slaughtered and processed, it must be stored in appropriate conditions in order to preserve its freshness and ensure that it is safe for customers to consume. Industrial cold storage is utilized by pork processing enterprises in the United States in order to maintain the quality of the meat while it is being transported and distributed. When it comes to preserving the freshness of processed foods like sausages, ham, and bacon over an extended period of time, in addition to being stored in cold storage, these goods are also packaged in vacuum packing or special preservation packaging. This procedure allows the food to be kept for a longer period of time without compromising its quality or flavor. Additionally, hog processing companies utilize automatic packaging technology in order to maintain a high level of sanitation and for the purpose of cost savings. It is possible to improve product quality and protect consumer health by utilizing robots and automatic machines during the packing stage. This helps to increase production efficiency and decrease product exposure to the environment, which ultimately leads to an improvement in product quality. Pork production not only makes a contribution to the availability of food for customers, but it also has a significant influence on the economy of the United States. From pig farms to processing plants, warehouses, and distribution organizations, the industry is responsible for the creation of millions of employment inside the country. There are a number of states that have pork processing industries that contribute to their gross domestic product, particularly agricultural states like Iowa, North Carolina, and Minnesota. Additionally, the pork sector is responsible for the establishment of a supporting ecosystem, which consists of businesses that supply pig feed, businesses that provide transportation and distribution services, and businesses that specialize in the provision of equipment and technology for the food processing industry. The expansion of this industry has contributed to the development of a robust rural economy and has increased the number of opportunities available to small and medium-sized firms. As we look to the future, the pork sector in the United States will continue to expand as a result of the use of cutting-edge technologies and the implementation of further safeguards to protect both human health and the environment. In an effort to produce pork that is clean, safe, and sustainable, businesses will continue to develop their agricultural and processing methods. This is in addition to the fact that the demand for processed products and organic pigs will continue to increase. Concerns regarding the origin of products and the criteria for food safety will become more prevalent among consumers. As a result, pig processing companies will be required to develop and enhance product quality in order to satisfy the ever-increasing demands of the market. It will be necessary for the pork processing industry to contend with environmental concerns and competition from alternative products in order to retain and develop in a sustainable manner. Despite this, there are still significant opportunities for expansion in the business in the future, provided that it is supported by contemporary technologies and production methods that are environmentally friendly. It is my hope that this extension has provided you with a more comprehensive understanding of the farming and processing of pigs on American fishermen's farms, as well as a more in-depth examination of the technological elements and the impact they have on the economy. As a result of technical advancements, the pig farming industry in the United States has seen a tremendous transformation. In order to enhance both the quantity and quality of their cattle, modern farms are implementing cutting-edge technologies. A significant advancement is the implementation of intelligent monitoring systems for the purpose of tracking the development of pigs. There are sensors installed in the barn to monitor the health of the pigs as well as their feeding patterns. This allows for the right diet and care to be adjusted accordingly. Additionally, the utilization of robotic technology in the process of feeding and cleaning pigs contributes to the reduction of labor expenses and the enhancement of job efficiency. To ensure that every pig obtains the optimal quantity of nutrition, automatic devices are able to modify the amount of food and water that is provided to each individual pig. In addition to promoting healthy growth in pigs, this helps reduce the amount of waste produced during the farming process. Furthermore, applications of data analysis technologies are also utilized in order to optimize the management of pig herds. The data that is gathered from sensors and other intelligent devices will be examined in order to produce forecasts regarding the health of pigs and the effectiveness of farming. Through the implementation of artificial intelligence in farming, farms will be able to make judgments that are both precise and quick, which will contribute to an improvement in both growth and productivity. In recent years, there has been a significant advancement in the technology used for processing pork, particularly in the processing of pork products that are ready to be consumed. Products that have been processed, such as sausages, ham, bacon, and canned meat, are quite popular not only in the United States of America, but also in a great number of other countries for that matter. During the processing and packaging of products, organizations that specialize in pork processing utilize closed processes and automated manufacturing lines. Robots and machinery of the current day are responsible for every step of the process, including cutting, grinding, cooking, smoking, and packing. The costs of labor are reduced as a result, and the quality of the product is maintained consistently. Pork is subjected to stringent quality inspections in processing plants, where cutting-edge analytical equipment is utilized to confirm the product's freshness, flavor, and safety for consumption. In order to satisfy the growing demand of consumers for food that is both clean and safe, pork processing firms are also concentrating their efforts on reducing the amount of chemicals and preservatives that are used in their products. Pork products that have been processed are also exported to a large number of nations, including key markets such as Japan, Korea, and Mexico. The pork processing business in the United States is able to expand its export potential thanks to these products, which not only satisfy the requirements of domestic consumption, from growing and slaughtering the animals to processing, preserving, shipping, and distributing the pigs. The supply chain for pork in the United States is a complicated system that involves numerous stages. For the purpose of managing this supply chain, an operating system that is both efficient and flexible is required, one that is able to satisfy the ever-increasing needs of the consumer market. The management of the pork supply chain involves a number of significant elements, one of which is the regulation of the product's quality throughout the process of transportation and distribution. In order to maintain its freshness, pork must be kept in settings that are low in temperature and transferred as rapidly as possible. A variety of specialized modes of transportation that are able to keep temperatures consistent are utilized by food distribution companies. In addition, pig processing and distribution factories in the United States put a great deal of attention to optimizing the logistics process. This includes everything from refrigerated vehicles to refrigerated cargo ships. The implementation of software for supply chain management enables businesses to monitor each shipment, regulate warehouses, and reduce the amount of money spent on transportation. By doing so, not only is efficiency increased, but it also guarantees that pork is delivered to consumers in a timely and secure manner. Changing customer demand is a challenge for the pork business in the United States. These days, consumers are placing a greater emphasis on selecting pig products that can be traced back to their origins, are manufactured using environmentally responsible practices, and do not have a detrimental effect on the ecological system. A growing number of consumers are drawn to organic beef products as well as those that do not contain any hormones, coloring chemicals, or preservatives. In addition, the market for vegetarian and pork alternatives is expanding at a rapid rate, which is significantly increasing the level of competition in the meat processing business. However, hog processing companies still have the potential to expand if they are able to fulfill these standards and provide pork products that are clean, organic, and processed in a manner that is suitable for the expectations of modern customers. These shifts in customer preferences not only have an impact on the production and processing methods of pork, but they also open up new avenues for the industry to explore in terms of product development, including organic pork, bacon that does not include any preservatives, and ready-to-eat items that allow customers to save time and effort. In spite of the fact that it is a significant contributor to the economy and meets the dietary needs of millions of people, the pork industry is also responsible for a number of negative effects on the environment. Pigs raised on large-scale farms have the potential to pollute both the air and the water if they are not effectively managed. Large quantities of methane and ammonia, two gases that have the potential to harm the air, are released by pig farms. Additionally, pig excrement has the potential to damage water sources if it is not adequately cleaned, which can have a negative impact on both the living environment and public health. Over the past several years, numerous hog farms and processing companies in the United States have begun to implement environmental protection measures in an effort to lessen the negative impact that the business has on the environment. Technologies for the treatment of waste and emissions have been improved, which has contributed to a reduction in pollution. In addition, businesses are concentrating their efforts on the development of environmentally friendly manufacturing methods and the reduction of the amount of water and energy that is consumed during the processing of meat. A significant contribution to the provision of food for the populace and the generation of millions of employment opportunities is made by the pork sector in the United States. The modern agricultural and processing methods for pigs not only contribute to the quality of the product, but also to the growth of the economy. With that being said, the business is also confronted with environmental challenges and shifting demands from customers. The implementation of cutting-edge technology and environmentally responsible practices will be of great assistance to the sector in the years to come.